We're claimed for lights. We must be that. Is it light bit?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so thanks very much for tuning into the live stream today. We appreciate it very much.
That's right. And without further ado, let's start the episode.
Yes, the live stream. Okay, in
3, 2, 1, go!
Drone racing, yeah. Well, hi from us. I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard, and I've got the moniker.
Yes, and yeah. So
what number is this? Is it a B? I think it's a D minor.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay, well, there you go.
Okay,
I know that different harmonicas, if we're talking about that, different harmonicas come with they're all tuned at different things.
Yeah,
different keys. There you go. So that's random. But anyway,
okay. So welcome to the show. Nonetheless, this is the H&R Drone Racing Show. I'm Richard. This is Harry. We have to thank all our sponsors.
Yes.
And remember to go back and check the links for them below.
Yes.
Yeah. So we like doing live streams, and this is one of many.
Yes, and what are we doing on this series that we're making?
So this one is continuation of
the micro talent.
The micro talent, but more helping the show out in general as well, isn't it?
Yes.
So previously we made a catapult launcher for the PT2 from Team Black Sheep. Not
yes.
name dropping, but that's what it's called. Yeah,
that's the name of it.
That's the name of it. So there you go.
FPV RC wing.
That's right. So we made that with autopilot, and yes, we did some autonomous flights and all that kind of stuff. You can remember, go back and check the series out for that guy. Yeah, so that's what we did, and it works relatively well. Couldn't do auto takeoff, and it does sometimes struggle with headwind, right?
Yeah,
that doesn't have any headwind.
That's the problem. That's the
it
problem.
Struggles with the takeoff.
That's what we're trying to fix on this live stream. Is
series.
Series, yep. And this is part 2 of this catapult series, yes. And what are we doing on it? We are trying to make it, we've stripped the whole part down, and we've got a little bit more to strip down to take off, and then we're going to start booting some more parts to go back onto it.
Yeah, that's right. There's only 4 little parts to take off, and we'll be pretty much ready to go after that to start booting it back together.
Yes.
In a hopefully new and improved way.
Yes.
So what do we need to say? So put that aside for now.
That's what we're doing on this live stream.
So that's what we're doing on this live stream. And so what was the episode of the week that came out Tuesday? What was it, eh? It was part 6, wasn't it?
Yes.
Part 6 of the giant 3D printed drone
that we're building on the channel. It's coming along quite nicely, and we did electronic wiring,
lots of gauge
attached to ESCs, lots of testing, and we tuned on the motors.
That's right. So they're spinning in the correct direction.
Yeah.
And all the wires are working.
All tested and working. So that's good.
Right.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to hook it up to flight control as well.
Thanks for joining.
Dave, cheers, brother. Aussies, close. We are just over the hill. We are New Zealanders, but
lots of our friends are from Australia. So there you go.
Yes, but yes, a great place. Have been there once to Australia. It's a great place.
Yeah.
Are you from Australia? Maybe, could be. But yes, so there you go, and that's kind of what we are doing.
Yeah, so we're continuing on with that, and then next week Tuesday, what comes out? What's the episode that comes out?
Next week we are launching the FPV wing, the wingsuit
Mark II
that we're doing on the channel, and we're going to send that down the mount at Mount Maunganui.
That's right. So we're going to do a base jump off there with the RC wingsuit that we built on the channel. This is the Mark II version of that.
Yes, and that's coming out on Tuesday. Dave says New Zealand for sure. He's from Minnesota, USA. I love FPV drone flying and building. Absolutely. I couldn't disagree with you there.
Yeah, I gotta agree. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. So it's 4 thumbs up plus you. That's 6. There you go. No, it's great. It's quite cool making your stuff and then sending it in the air. Always like doing it. Yeah.
So we're gonna jump in.
We're gonna move the camera over, and then we're gonna jump in to see what we're doing in person. Okay, camera over here. So I just move the camera, kind of see what's going on. Where did I put that in? Oh, yeah, you can see.
Oh, yeah. So this is it's a little hard with the wood on the background. I noticed.
Oh, you mean because of the shading?
What are you doing, man?
I was just going to plug it in.
Oh, the plug's over there.
All
right, so just sorting out the new camera angle. Hang on a sec. Maybe go back a bit.
I'll go back over here.
Yeah.
But now that's the way.
bring it forward.
Bring it full?
Yep.
All right.
Take a knee, eh?
Oh, we can just, there you go, there you go. Hopefully you can see it. There you go. So yes, no, it's all good. Is that better?
Yeah, better now.
Okay,
Cool.
so this is the launcher. Hopefully you can see it. We're just trying to get it so you can see it in the camera angles.
All right, so you bring the light in. Yeah, so that's so this is what's it made out of, Richard? Hopes and dreams. No, it's it's made out of what we can find around the shop. So I think we've got part of a what is it? Part of the let's see, delay stuff. Hopefully it's coming through correctly. Hopefully. And props off, cheers, brother, and hello to you, my friend. Dave says neat setup. Thank you very much. And yes, and it's just the first prototype version, the one and only, and now we're modifying it to make it. So this is what it's progressing to the Mark II version of it. Yes, but we have done a few iterations to this one. We've just modified it as we've seen problems come up, like in real time. So at one point of time, this had a trolley on it. They used to go up and down, but we've taken that off in the previous live stream. And at one point in time, sorry, these were in there like that, but we've gone and taken those off because we don't need them. And the hockey sticks at beside my head, that's where the bungees used to go back on. But we're going to change that and mod that. I'm going to take this part off because we don't need it for this. And what we're going to do is we're going to pin the catapult into the ground with pegs, like 10 pegs. That's the game. Take this off, and we're going to run bungee cable, maybe like 4 meters or 10 meters over that way, give or take. Yes. And then that will have a second line that will run back to the plane. Does that make any sense? We will. We have a display. Maybe I'll draw it out to make it a little bit more easier to understand. Yeah, a longer bungee will work. Yeah. Cheers. Well, that's the idea. That's the plan. So fingers crossed whether it does. The bungee on this one, what do we got here? So the main problem with this one is the travel time, right? So here's the bungee that we're using. It's a little hard to see, but basically it could only travel, and its push, it could only have a maximum travel of around, what's that, around to like 3 meters? Hang on, I'll just turn the camera over so you can see. So yeah, so the plane and the idea that, well, you just grab a plane. Oh, you just grab a plane. Oh, this is the bungee, by the way. Yeah. But the bungee used to just go from here to here and get stretched all the way to the back there. But the idea is that we're going to change that and we're going to go outwards that way more. The theory is that we'll launch off the come up here as we're going backwards, but we launch up here and then go off that way, and then the catapult will throw it further with the longer bungee is the plan. So this is the micro tower that we've been building on Livestream and attempting to fly on Livestream. So 3D printed plane. Propstar says looks neat. Cheers, brother. I appreciate it. It's all back together, by the way, after that exciting crash it had. But yes, it's all back together. But you'll notice, but this is a 3D printed plane. So it's probably not going to take the stress level that is going to be put on it. Okay, so the idea is there. So we're going to change that. The idea is that it'll sit there like that, and then I'll kick the pedal, which is the release mechanism, and I'll fly up here, and then ideally into the sky. That's the idea. That's the plan. It's the plan. It sounds simple. It sounds simple. And Dave's sorry. Dave says 3D printed plane is it lightweight PLA? That one is. Good guess. Nice. This one is a lightweight PLA. Which one's this one? The Talon. Like you're telling from Titan Dynamics. They put this one out. It's a good one, and we've yet to fly it, but we will do it successfully. It will fly. I've seen many people fly it, and it's just one of those things where we just didn't get enough airspeed when we went to go for launch on that one. Okay, so what's the game at the moment? The game. Yeah. So the name of the game. So what are we thinking? But yeah, I guess you could get the Kapari out. Can you get that? To explain how that one worked. Oh, should we just start taking it apart? What do you reckon? What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see the Kapari, how that one worked? Or do you want me to go? No, that's okay. We'll just go. So this is the idea of this one. So these are the parts that we did on the
previous live stream.
It's this part here.
Hang on.
PETG, I think we did. Side.
PETG are made on the K1, which is over there behind Richard's head.
About there somewhere.
We could have made it on the K2, but we didn't. We made it on the K1.
Being used for something.
It was being used for something else, yes. Yeah, so the idea is that we use this particular one, and that'll sit, the fuselage will sit on top of it on a high riser, and we just got to hook up.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
There's a show rather than
Just talk about it. That's the plan anyway. Anyway, hopefully you guys all had a great week this week.
Let it go.
Yeah. What'd you guys get up to?
Let it go.
Let it go. Okay.
Okay, so that goes to the bungee, right?
That goes to the bungee.
That's the idea.
And
so obviously at this moment in time, nothing's actually attached into the plane other than what's underneath it.
Yeah, well, it's just sitting there, so it's not going to do anything.
And also, that is a problem as well.
Yeah, we'll have to sort that out.
Obviously, because if this pulls and that pulls, it might go like that or something odd.
Yeah, so we have to fix that. That is a concern, yes. But we'll sort that. That's the problem.
Cool, then. So the idea, obviously, is some kind of attachment system to the plane, pulls it, and then that goes off, that releases, and then that goes forward. That's the idea, right?
That's the plan. Hopefully it doesn't hit that bungee, the thing on the way out. Oh, we might not even start the motor until afterwards. Yeah, I guess we'll do it. Dave says you got a bunch of printers. I have the P1. It's quite a hobby, isn't it? It is, and a great printer too.
It is quite the awesomeness.
Yes, it's always cool to make your own designs, or in this case, make somebody else's designs and then print it out, and within hours.
This is our design.
Yeah,
that's our design.
Yep, that's true. But I mean, the plane isn't. But it is very cool that you can make these kind of shapes now with 3D printers.
Just it doesn't have to be necessarily a 3D printer, but
no,
something, and it just happens to be called a 3D printer. So
yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Okay, so what's the idea? You're gonna disassemble that part and then get it out of the way, because otherwise the plane will just hit it for no reason.
Yeah, that would be bad, and also it's kind of in the way anyway. So we'll take that part off and get some tools to do that and take it apart.
Okay,
and then yeah, let's get into it.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave says he sums it up with think it, design it, print it. Couldn't disagree. Great. No, it's true. It's very cool. You can do that. When did we get our first 3D printer, Richard? Which is the one over here. Hang on. We got to turn the camera. There he is. He's inside there. Inside this. Hang on there. No, there. Inside that box. He's running on another project, but I can't show you that because that's coming out on the episode coming up in a couple of weeks. So I won't open the flap to show you what's going on, but there is something being made, and it will be glorious when we can show you. But it's cool. It's cool. And that is the Ender 3. Is that one? That was our first printer.
Yeah, it's Ender 3.
And he works well. At the moment, he does really well at doing TPU. That's pretty much what he prints these days.
Yep.
Yeah. He likes running TPU, so he's running that. But yeah, we have the other printers do different things, and that's cool. But yeah, as what's happening here, Richard is trying to find some sockets, I think. John ones that can take this part off, which is the old roller hockey sticks or ice hockey sticks that we've retrofitted for this outrigger part. But yeah, if it doesn't, I might have it. Hang on. Maybe over here.
Don't know what size it is. Does it come with its own piece?
Might do, yeah. Oh, here we go. This is the one. Maybe grab your chair and just do that.
That's all good. It's very tough, he reckons. Dave reckons with the TPU. Yeah, no, I agree. It's got its uses. We use it quite a lot for things like GoPros attaching to the drones, or
feet, or what else do we make it? Just foamy things, really, that you need a bit of sponge.
Yeah, you can't always do it with just straight plastic, right?
No. But yeah, the end of 3 does a great job on it, so which is good to see. You good?
Wow, it's a lot bigger than I thought. I can't remember which one we put in.
There's a pretty big bolt that we put in. All right, this one out. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Coming apart. Nice one.
Get that rubber band out of there.
There you go.
Yeah, should come away now.
All right, there you go.
That's pretty easy.
That came apart quite nicely. There you go. I'll just take these bolts out.
Yeah.
Have you got your thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to check.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, TPU is kind of an interesting material. Yeah, there's different grades of TPU. What do we use? I think we use 95A. But yeah, there's lots of ones out there. There's like all good. There's like Ninja TPU. I've heard of different companies put out different stuff, but yeah, no, it's all good.
Ninja.
Yeah.
What does that do?
I think it's just a different type of flexibility.
Okay.
And then I know there's elastic. I know there's not like an elastic TPU. I think it's called TPE. I think I haven't tried that, but somebody else might have.
Has anybody else tried TPE? Have you seen Harry? Have you ever used the 95A?
Yeah, I think that's what we're using. Yeah.
Oh, okay. TPE. We have some TPE. I think it's in the shop somewhere.
Hang on, we'll just have a look around the shop. It might be a TPE. No, it's over there then. What's that black one over there?
That's stuff.
What's that one?
TPE.
TPE. It's real flexible.
Elastic TPE 83A.
83A. Okay.
Has anybody ever used anything like that?
Dave said he'd used 64D, which is a more firmer version. Oh, nice. I haven't tried that one. Sounds pretty good though. Like, yeah, something for a rugged job. Because sometimes you don't really want the flex, do you? Like that one's super flexy. I imagine TBE would be super flexy, whereas like 64D would be. I'm not sure. I don't have the charts. What they'd be like the properties, but the strength properties. But I'm sure.
I don't think we need any TPU for this.
Should be interesting.
Is that this particular build?
No, I don't think so. Oh, we might put it in. I don't know.
Where would you put
Maybe
it?
on the feet. Do we need anything? Anyway, Dave says you can print soft items like shock absorbers, boots, probably with the stuff you showed.
Interesting.
Nice.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Shock absorber boots. Interesting. Something to think about.
Think about it. Yeah. But no, I've never tried it. But that was who gave us that? Sponsors. MARVLE 3D gave us that to try out.
I haven't used it yet.
Haven't tried it yet, but we will do. Maybe do some shock absorbers. Quite good. Okay, so where are we on this build? Okay, so we're taking that part off. That's not in the way now. And then,
so do we need some kind of guide? You know, like.
Hang on, just tilt it down so you can kind of see a little bit more. Okay, so what are we up to?
Well, first of all, you need to drill ways for stays.
Okay, we're going to drill stays.
So you can put them in.
Yeah.
And
we need some sort of pulley, right? Do we need a pulley so it doesn't get in the...
Or like a bit of string or something? I can show them why you'd need it.
No, we'll just say bungee cable. That'll do. But those are just to illustrate what the problem might be.
Okay, so this is why we think we might need some kind of pulley system. So,
or if it's not a pulley, a guide or some sort, maybe we'll make something.
So
it doesn't have to be in 3D printing.
As you have to use a bit Can you see?
Hang on. Maybe a tilt the camera. There. Okay, so this part of the material will not be in bungee, but it's just an example.
Okay, grab your side.
Okay, so this will be in like.
Grab your side.
Yeah.
So there will be a little bit of bungee for the flex.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so this hand here, this one will go back to the release mechanism, which is back here, like that. So that will take care of that.
Yeah.
And then the other one, which is the top one, that will be attached to the aircraft, as it were. And they'll be tied together at Harry's end.
At my end, yes. So, further back that way.
Yeah. So as it releases from here, it will together go like that.
And back. Oh.
So there's a little bit of drag on that horizontal beam that we're going to need to sort out.
We need to sort that out. So maybe something.
Because we don't want it wearing, right?
No. So we need to keep that pretty.
So whether we do it with, like you were talking about, with the TPU, or we make some kind of wheel system or guide, or maybe not necessarily a wheel as such, but maybe you can make it like a
V shape or something.
Sort of like a guide system.
Okay.
So we have to design that with some software. So that's one problem to tackle.
And at this end, what holds it back?
That won't be in the way, will it? Not really, yeah.
No, because the wings will keep it up over top. It should be fine.
Yeah.
The rigging line from
and all it has to be is like a little hook, and then as you push it down, it releases it.
Yeah, well, we've got the same one over there.
Okay.
With the
so
old
do
one.
the same thing. Yep.
So do we need 2 of these up top?
Possibly.
And then the second one can go to what you're doing. I think that's the plan. What do you guys reckon? This is a good plan.
What would the second one go to?
We'll go to this. Another one. There's 2, so it holds the plane up. You might have to put
2 horizontal stands.
2 of those up there, maybe. Just to be.
Okay. And then the other part that we'll need to do, which is quite a critical one, is the.
Oops, the camera's moving. There you go, camera.
And the other part that we need to do is we need to work out a way to actually attach to the aircraft, because it's not, the idea with this one is not just one aircraft or type.
Multiple aircraft. Different shaped aircrafts like the Caparanda, which is a Delta wing. Where's that one sitting? I'll go and grab it in a second. I'll show you what I mean, because that's the one that used to fly on this one. So we wanted to fly on that because it could throw that in high weather, but it couldn't. Lots of wind, but it couldn't throw it when there was no wind whatsoever. So that's what we're fixing.
Yeah. So with that one, what you might do is you might do like a loop system to behind the wing, because that worked quite well for that one. Right?
Throwing from behind.
2 little hands behind them.
So we could do that.
And then what? And then the little stand to just keep them so it doesn't come down the wings.
Well, you can just turn, for that guy, you can turn this upside down. Just fold them around, spin them around.
Oh, that way, out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And just sits there like that.
Sits out of the way.
Different ones do different jobs.
It's a good idea.
We like things modular, so you can retrofit stuff quite quickly.
That's quite a good idea, actually. And you just flick them up when you need them. That's quite good. And what about, say, the micro talent? What will be your plan of attack for him?
Where'd you put him in?
I can go and get him.
Right. No, I think it's the same kind of thing. I think what we do.
If you've got any suggestions, guys, feel free to leave a comment of what we should do, because we're still coming up with the plan of attack for this one. So so feel free to join it.
No problem.
So are you gonna release it pull behind the wings?
Or you pull, like some planes, you'll see them and they'll have a hook underneath the plane and they'll pull it that way. And they'll
like gliders tend to do when you release them on the undercarriage. You hold that. I'll go and grab the plane.
Yeah.
Because this is what we have to work out.
That's what we have to work out on this episode. Interesting. But it's coming together, and it's always good to have it just kind of think about things. Otherwise, you jump into it and you start going designing, and then you go, "Oh, why did I design that?"
So obviously, the main constraints for the 3D printed planes is
they can't take much shear force.
And you might be going, "Why don't they just put it straight on here, right, and then go up like the Kapari did?"
Yeah.
But of course, it's a 3D printed plane, so as you pull underneath it, it will just probably shatter it into a bazillion pieces. We don't want that.
No. So options are we could make like a throwing hand, if you will, that comes in behind here, and
Right.
we strengthen this wing tip back up like that. So when it pulls this way like the Kapari does.
You could
Or
attach your hook under here.
You could do a hook under here on the front of it, or we could go straight to the spar wing and drill a little micro hole here and put like a little hook into that, which is another option.
And go vertically from here.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, otherwise we just put a carbon rod that goes on the back trailing edge.
Up here.
No, on the back.
On here.
Yeah, on the back of it.
Oh, push it through.
Yeah, push it through, and then it sits
on
on
that.
that.
Push it through up here as well.
You can push it through wherever. We do have another little carbon rod, and that's not really adding much weight.
Okay, hold that. I'll grab another aircraft and think about him too. So that's one idea.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
You want to do it from behind?
Well, I like it because then you don't have to add too much to the plane itself.
What do you think will stop it from going like that on the? Because this is my thing. Is that it might just go smack. What do you think? Do we need a firmness? We got all that? Sorry, guys.
Where's the Kapari?
Kapari's. You want to grab the Kapari?
Oh, you got. Oh, yeah, you're gonna grab the jet. Oh, yeah. Can you get it?
Yeah.
No, he's trying to grab the jet from the roof. We have different planes that we're not working on. Take to the roof. It's a good place to put them out of the way. I'm not sure how you guys do it, but or drones or something. But it's a good way of doing it. You just put it on the roof and then on the ceiling, and then it's out of the way. Okay, so this is the which one's this one?
FMS.
It's an
F-18 jet.
F-18 FMS. So yeah, so this guy he's flying a lot, and this is a 3D printed nose because we've flown him a lot. But his problem is same thing is takeoff. Takeoff, he goes along the grass, and with those little dinky wheels he's got, quite often he'll just hit like something and then damage, pretty much. It does happen with him. So we were thinking of maybe we launch him from this as well. So that's what we're thinking. What do you think?
Possible. Something like that, alright.
Maybe what, like another one up here?
That's what you'd be pulling from up here.
Pull from the front, around the wheel or something like that.
Mm.
But yes, he's sustained quite a few damages over the years, but he still flies, so that's good. All right, and we'll show you another plane while we're here. We might as well show you another one. These are the kind of ones that we want to fly by, so let's have a look. The last one. But yes, hopefully you guys had a great week this week. Yeah, if you did something exciting, like go to the beach, or in our case, you wouldn't go to the beach, it'd be a bit too cold. But maybe you did something cool. Who knows? I know Props Off, he always does something cool. He's always up to something exciting. Yeah. Good. Here comes the Kapari now. That's good. Okay, so this is the Kapari 2. Just show it up. I'll hold it up for the guys so they can see. So he is a Audi pilot running. Which flight controller is he? He's Matis's flight controller. Running this guy, and that's how he normally gets thrown from this launcher in the other old configuration. But he does not take off so good when there's no wind, and we're trying to fix that.
Okay. That's simple.
Yeah. So one idea is we could what do you think?
It seems fine off the offset to the all good.
And the other option is you flip this back down. You launch this from here. Or you make it forward. Well, it just pulls it. Yeah. From the front. Yeah. Interesting. There you go. All the same design, isn't it? It goes into the back of it.
Goes into the back.
Yeah.
Like that.
And two of those. Maybe there's two of those across.
Or you change this out for another one. different
Different
hands,
ones,
different things.
Yeah. We're missing a lead weight.
Yeah, sort of.
But yes, so
You can do it like that, and then have the hands behind them like that.
all the other options, you flip that one to how the original design was, and you put
That's
that,
it.
you put the original one, and in that configuration, you put it behind it like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then you push these ones up here, like a riser,
Oh, okay.
and do it very similar to how we originally had the original design.
Interesting. You can have it in the front too, right in the front.
Yeah, could have it in front.
And then drag behind them underneath, slung with the hand.
Yeah, and then just drag it with the ropes.
Yeah.
And then up it goes. And
Into the skies.
Okay.
That's probably like almost the easiest one. So you don't use this.
No.
For this. You don't, because we know that this is strong enough to take on the
abuse.
wing. This kind of abuse, because we've done it many times. So
Yes. So what do you reckon, Wilson?
So yeah, with that one, I think we just make some little hands.
Little hands for him?
Yeah, I think so.
And then what does he go get under here to here?
Yeah, and then you just adjust the lengths with string.
Under here. How do we normally do it? Does the other one behind it? Right? The other one's normally behind it.
It's pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be pulling.
The good thing is, well, it's not that much different. Cool.
So
it's quite good. So, and actually, in fact, what would actually happen is we'd start way down here, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got your horizontal V, right?
Yeah.
It's attached to me with
By
two little
wire
hands
string
and
and
a
a little
string.
hook
So that one would be redundant, or we take it away.
for that particular throw.
And then you
up.
have two little feet, and then it just follow you up. Like that.
Yeah, we can make that. It's not a big deal.
The question, of course, would be, I know normally, traditional way would be to pull from here somewhere. To pull there, normally.
Yeah, but we normally do.
Yeah, I'm just saying, in a normal way, though, pull from there.
We can do. Totally fine to change it.
So you could attach to something like that. So.
But I mean, it does work quite well that way.
We know it does. Yeah. So maybe we could start with that, since that's the first design.
Okay.
You think? Or do you want to start with something else?
No, let's do that one. It's fine. What do you want to do? Jump on the computer and do that?
Or we could do it with the iPad. A couple of designs while we go.
Okay. All right. Do you want to grab the chairs, move that around? And jump onto the computer and design that. So, yeah. Is it there? Is it right? There. Yeah, it's all right. All right. I'll just make it so you guys can see what's going on away on that side. Yeah, we would be. Hang on, I'll just move the camera back a bit. So, but yes, this is our workshop, and we appreciate you guys once again tuning in. Appreciate it very much. Very cool, and it's always nice to bring somebody into it or make something. It was quite cool. We always like making stuff, so yeah, real good.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just sketch out what we're thinking, and here you go. Or maybe I'll go this one.
Yeah.
No, just go around that side so then you can actually see what we're doing.
All right. Like to plug it in a bit. But yeah, she's coming together, and in no time,
Before you know
it will be underway. So you want to start with the Kapari design? So we was trying to, we was always attempting to try and get stuff that's super modular. So then that way, depending on what we're using, it's very small change, and then you're away laughing kind of thing. So that's what we always try and do. Of course, it makes it like a gazillion times harder to do that, but that's what we try and do. All right.
Anyway, how do we do that so you can see what's going on?
All right, so I think Harry's going to do some fancy drawing just to make it look nice.
Just to make it sketch out what we're doing, otherwise people won't know what we're really doing at all. You see what we're doing? Yeah, you should be able to see. Yeah. So the plan is that how are we going to do it so it's easy to see? Yeah. So we'll say the plane is in black, and there you go. And he is like this design. It's pretty much him, is like that. It's kind of like a delta design like that with winglets. Like that.
So you might actually be able to do that. The little hand grab is actually quite quick, right?
Yeah, I
so
don't think it'll be too bad.
Technically, you just make what, 2 little hand grabbers?
Yeah. And
would you do that same thing for, like, say, the jet or anything like that?
Not sure.
I think with the jet, you'd probably need to do a hook from the front of the fuselage. I think.
Okay.
I think. But with the offset, at least, it stops it from pulling on the wings, which I think would be a problem when it comes to the compression once the bungee kicks in. So I think that would be a problem.
And then that part there, like this, is it, right?
I'm watching your reflection version of the same thing.
Oh, okay. And then that will go to this strut. This is the PVC pipe.
Oh, yeah. And it's pulling from that, right?
And then we've got like what kind of hook was it? It's just kind of like a thing like that kind of thing. I don't know.
Like that, right?
Very hard to draw with like that kind of thing, and then that will go out like that. Right?
That's the idea, right?
It's a strut.
And then, yeah, okay.
What do you think? Like that?
Yeah, it's a good idea. So you're going to make effectively two little hand slings there.
Little hand sling. So we're going to go, what shape are they? Kind of like that. I'll do it in the same color, blue.
Okay, so I'll turn the computer on while you're doing that. So I think that'd be pretty. Should be able to whip that quite quick.
It should be too bad.
Okay. We can start with the easy one.
You want to? Would you like kind of like hooks like that? Yeah, that'll be. What do you guys reckon? Think it'll be right? Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll do some hooks like that, and we get cracking. Just make them slightly three-dimensional. Yeah, let's see if we can get this one. So make it slightly three-dimensional, and then we'll design that. Yeah, I don't think it'll be too bad. What do you think about structure and rigidity on this one too? Should be right, eh?
Yeah, there we go.
Should be fine. Doesn't really look like a veranda, but still, it's a sketch. The Caparanda has that kind of thing like that. Maybe I'll sketch. No, I'll make it so it looks a bit cooler. You can kind of see what it is.
Move it sideways into the next design. Or do you like a whole lot of design? The same pad?
Yeah, it's fine. Just make it a little bit cooler. There's some shading in it. Oh, this looks a bit sad. But yes, there you go. We are doing some sketching, and from a basic sketch like this, we'll go in and start putting the doing it on software in a second. Professor says pulling from behind could run the risk of front. Could run the risk of the front just flipping. That is true. That is a good point. We have had successful launches from this direction. That's anything. I guess what we'll do is we'll try it this way, and then what do you reckon? Try it from the front. That's another option too. Just go from a hook version. Yeah. The other option is we could do, if we did what you were saying, which is totally cool. Yeah, software's all good. Okay, cool. If we went from like what you're saying, that's kind of like pretty much a Caparanda. Why are you doing that? There you go. Let's see. Hey? from the front, like a hook underneath. I guess if we change it from there to this way, kind of design, there's nothing wrong with that idea. It's a good idea. Solid idea. Oh, sorry. That's it. Yeah. Could do it though.
So you want to pull it from the nose?
Well, we have played it that way, but we have had successful launches this way, Mike.
But then the actual travel though, so he does have a point though, because for example, if you're pulling from the back, right?
Hang on, just fold this down so you can see what Richard's doing.
So if you're pulling from the back, like you're talking about, that's fine. So,
Yeah.
so if you're pulling from the back, it's fine, because we only have a stop there on the kick, right?
Right. Yeah.
But of course, what happens is when you get to about here, right, you're in the air, right? So what might happen is exactly what you're saying. Is what might happen is it just goes flick. You know what I mean? Be like a cantilever, right?
That's a good point. Solid advice.
But of course, you won't know until you've actually done it. It might be fine.
Or
this goes pretty hardy though. It would be worth giving it a go.
Let's try it that way. Or otherwise, what we could do is we could do from the front. How would you do it from there? Could you do it? Could you do
There's nothing really to fix to Zenny's problem with this guy.
You bring it up so you can see. So at the moment, we're modifying it for something else. At the moment, we can't. Like you can see, we got on the back there. There's not too many spots for mounting anything to. Other than
it's
maybe
all pretty smooth. There's this thing here, but that's going to be modified for something else.
But yes, I guess.
So normally, and a normal thing point of view, where's the center? So center of gravity is here across the wing. So normally on a in a traditional sense, you would sort of do it just in front of it, about there. We would normally put a hook.
Yes, for a normal toe line kind of thing.
So of course, it is plywood there, so you could actually just bolt straight into it. Just put a traditional hook straight in, like that. Just basic, real.
Oh, can we go through that?
Yeah, because the plywood's on the other side.
Do we have one of those lying around the shop?
It's just something from the store.
No, but we probably have a hook, right?
Yeah,
we could do it.
It's real basic. Because even if this was here, it wouldn't be interfere with that, would it?
How would you make it solid so when it disconnected clean?
Solid?
You know, like if the hook's coming out here, what shape of the hook would it be?
Well, normally what you do, you normally do it like that. Yeah. Backwards like that.
So like quite straight.
Yeah.
Do we have one on that goal? We can just install it.
Real basic.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean,
basic's good.
Basic's good. It's good advice there, mate. How was your week anyway? Did you have a good one? What are you making at the moment? Are you still working on that C3PO? It was badass C3PO. Yeah, that seems. What they say, keep it silly, keep it simple. Why not? Silly? Something like that. So good advice. Yeah. Sometimes you can overthink things. Yeah. Yeah, well, there you go. So yeah. It's been quite a good week. Got lots done. And we've been editing quite a lot to do with editing the next week. Oh, the one that comes out next week, which is kind of exciting. Mike said he's over in Disneyland. Whoa! Wow! What, the actual Disneyland? Like Disneyland is in like Star Wars Central Disneyland, because they got that new part. Because that would be sick. Wow! Cool. Very cool.
How about some of that?
Okay, so this is a part that we made years ago. You know, why not just go and make something that yeah, actual Disneyland with you. Dude, jealous.
Is that the one with the Star Wars Millennium Falcon? I'm just saying.
Dude, you gotta send us something, bro. You gotta send us some photos right there. That's cool. I'm very jealous. And very cool. Millennium Falcon, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that's totally it.
Oh,
sick. That's cool.
I heard that you get to fly it, right?
You get like a simulator thing, is it right? I'm pretty sure I might have heard that. that you get to sit in the Millennium Falcon?
It depends on the line too.
Oh yeah, because it'd be like there's more people in America than there is in New Zealand. So, oh yeah, it says there's a simulator. Wow, cool. That's cool. No, we don't have a simulator here of the Millennium Falcon, but that would be sick to make. That's for sure. Sick ass. That's cool, man. Oh, good on you. Have a great time over there. Totally jealous. Yeah, no, the only person I can think of that we know of has been to Disneyland is our sister. She went to the Japanese one in Tokyo, which she liked it. It was in Christmas time, many moons ago. But yeah, she said it was sick house. Yes, and if you didn't know what sick house meant, that means really cool, very cool. Yes, so this was a part that we made. It's a little tow line hook that we made from. Where'd you get it from? Glider that we made years ago, and maybe we could just put that on. Keep it simple.
For this one.
For this one, maybe for another one we'll go more avant-garde. But what do you reckon? Can we go into the?
So there's your
CG
over there.
So yeah, if you put it on the CG, that would be terrible. But you put it slightly ahead of the CG, and
so that line effectively is the CG. There, that line. So it's somewhere about there. Oh, okay. Something in the middle.
Yep, just forward of the CG is the main thing.
Done.
Okay.
We'll just do it.
Just do it now.
Don't think.
Don't think. Just do it.
Just drill a hole.
Just drill a hole. Don't think. Hopefully, there's nothing else underneath it. We don't want to hit the electronics.
Yeah.
We're all good. We're clean.
The only thing is how much
How
freeway do you have?
We got fingernail.
Hard to tell.
Hard to tell. Otherwise, we could always swap it out for a bolt.
I don't think mine, at the very least, is worth giving a go.
Yeah, why not?
Because those other ones are going to need to do some fancy stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so I mean, I gotta get where's the drill? There it is.
Yeah.
You hold that?
Yeah.
Hold it.
Yeah. Hang on. That's cool that you're in Disneyland, man. That's epic.
You got that bolt?
Yeah, ready?
I'll make
Let's get it for sizing.
Yeah. I don't know if you can put enough in the end of it, though, but that would be cool.
Might be. I do maybe like a washer would be sick. To put
I
on
don't think it has enough.
That might be a fun one. So yeah. Anyway, electronic wise, you can kind of see a little bit of the electronics inside. There's the motor. This one here is ESC. What is he running? He is running a 50 amp Skywalker hobby wing ESC, and we've got a flight controller in here.
Which is kind of makes sense to have Skywalker.
Skywalker. There you go. A reference for you there, Mike. Very relevant right now. That's what we're talking about. So yeah, very relevant. And under here, if you want to see what's inside this hatch, just close that. Okay, so there's the flight controller in there. If you can see, can you bring that light a little bit closer? Yeah, see, there you go. The flight controller, and the little red thing there is SD card. If you haven't seen inside these ones, which model is this one? This is the Matrix's.
It's got a number.
405, is it?
I think it's 405.
No, I don't think so. It says 4.
I'll say that it is.
4765 WSE.
What a name.
There you go.
Just flows off the tongue.
Flows off the tongue. But yes, and he has been flashed with autopilot.
Right.
Which is cool.
Put it up to down and drill a hole in it.
Yeah, well.
Get one done. But yeah, so this is what this is what these and this is what we like doing these live streams, because sometimes you sit in your workshop and you come up with all these elaborate ideas, but sometimes it actually just needs a straightforward answer, but not always. So yeah, it's good. That's why it's always good to that's why we always like to interact with people. It's the reason why we like doing live streams.
Yes.
Okay, so drill a hole in it.
Okay.
Do you need to measure it and stuff?
Measure it? Oops. You good?
Yeah.
Let's move this out of the way a little bit.
All right. So this guy, surprisingly, He's had many crashes because of the takeoff thing.
Takeoff, hey, but man,
he-
he can take a hit. I can tell you that.
But if there was an award for amount of hits you can take with an aircraft without breaking anything, this guy would win it.
Yes, he
Every
is.
time.
He is made very well.
Okay, you want to measure it up here?
Sure,
Well
sure.
done. Okay, so we're just going to do some
Minor calculations.
just sort of eyeball it to get the center.
Yeah,
You can do it all. I'll just hold it up for you. So there's your lines, really.
This is
Yeah. So you just get forward to about there, somewhere, middle.
where you want to go. Where's the
middle.
where's the schedule?
So here's the center of gravity here.
No.
That's the line. So you're about here.
Sweet. Hang on. Just.
So halfway is 40, obviously. So pass here with your pencil.
Yeah,
You got your pencil?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yep. And up a bit.
Okay, so we're just drawing up the. What was it? It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, cool.
So somewhere on that line there.
Where do you want to put it?
Somewhere in that line right there. Not too far forward because this has been one thing.
Oh, yes.
Somewhere in there.
So what do you reckon? Here?
So somewhere about there.
You reckon about there?
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Okay, X marks the spot,
So we have a little.
as Exhibit used to say.
I think it was Triple H.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, Triple H. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so give it those.
Hold the wires out of the way and you drill it, sweet.
Yeah, maybe you draw it from your side.
Okay, yeah.
We'll work together because
I can't remember.
don't have to.
Hey,
So I'll make sure the wires are out of Harry's way.
you don't want to hit the wires.
Not particularly now.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
You good? Yeah. Okay, going in? Yeah. Have a go.
It's been so long putting them out, I don't want to go on.
That's it.
No, that's it, all right.
All
That
right.
was exactly where the wires were, so I was going to move them out of the way.
All right. There you go. So there you go. Can we get it?
So while we're doing this one, what's the other ones? What are we going to do for those?
Oh, I guess we just
One problem at a time?
one problem at a time as well.
I'm not sure if that's the right size, but I wanted it tight.
What do you reckon? Glue it or not?
Oh, yeah, you can glue it at the same time.
Put a bit of epoxy or something? I think it might go on.
Okay. So what, add a bit of glue at the same time?
Yeah, maybe I'll go and
Can you hold
try.
the plane? I'll go and grab some glue.
Yeah.
So what, 5 minutes then? Don't really like
Uh,
this overnight stuff.
yeah, maybe. There you go. But yes, it's coming together. We've done automated missions with this guy. We haven't done any long range missions with him, but he does work very well when he is in the air.
Very
Just-
well.
Just have to get him to there reliably. So I think
It flies exceedingly well. So we're flying this guy in 45 knot winds easy.
yes, no, he can handle. He's designed for high weather, high wind weather. No, just does quite a good job. It's just getting him off the launch is the hardest part. If he's in the air, he flies quite nicely.
Yeah.
I'll just see if I can find a little nut for the end of that. Hang on.
Hey? That's it. All right, so here we are. I'm just getting some epoxy glue. It's actually pretty good, this stuff. I'm sure everybody has their own favorite. What's your favorite glue of all time? Some people like super glue. I like epoxy for some reason. Maybe it's because maybe with the CA glue, I always get in my eyes and the fumes and stuff. We were watching an episode of the Grand Tour with Jeremy Clarkson last night and Richard Hammond, and he actually ended up gluing Jeremy Clarkson actually ended up gluing one of his fingers to the table with super glue. So yeah, always wear the gloves. That's why. So don't follow in his footsteps.
It could happen anyway.
But it's easy enough to do. So yeah, so just mixing it up. Yeah, mixing it up here. As you can see, that's all good. You got the screw, eh?
Yay.
Cool. Cool. So Harry's okay. You good, eh?
Yeah, just checking.
Cool. I got the mix. It's all mixed up.
All right. Cool.
I think I probably put too much on, but that's okay.
All right. Where's it go? Over here.
Whoa. It's a board out on it.
Keen, eh?
Yep.
All right. Oh,
Okay, so it's good to get one of that out of the way anyway.
one plane out of the way.
I think you were meant to have the gloves.
Huh? You got the gloves.
I know.
Swap. You do it. Okay.
Just take this door.
Yeah. But yes, we appreciate you guys all tuning in on this, for us, a Friday evening. So we appreciate the company. So yeah, cheers, and yeah, no, we appreciate it very much. All good.
So, I can't tell if it's actually in the plywood or not.
Yeah, just turn around to about there, something.
It's in the plywood. Can you see it?
Let's get on this thing. Oops. Yeah, no, not really in the plywood, is it?
Night, lads. Have a good one. Well, night.
No, dude, we appreciate it. Yeah, have a great one, and yeah.
Thanks for joining in.
Thanks for joining in. Yeah, cheers, brother.
See you on the next one, dude.
And yeah,
So you reckon it's it?
it goes into there. Just into the better strap. Not into this part.
Okay.
Just re-drill. Re-drill it further up. Just a little bit further up there.
Okay.
And unwind that one.
Yep. We're close.
You can't quite go there because there's something else in the way. Not a big deal.
Yeah, but lighter now, isn't it?
Hey?
The plane. It's got a hole in it.
A gram lighter.
It's a gram lighter now.
Okay. We'll do it again.
Second time's the charm, right?
Yeah. It's, on this particular plane, there's like a. It turned out there's a little. No, you can't really see. But there, you just have to take my word for it. There's a little slot there, and
move the things over.
Richard happened to go right into that one wrong spot.
Okay.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. We're good.
Perfecto.
Okay.
Oops. Okay, this one will work better. There you go. Yeah, this is good. What we're going to do is make that a little track for it to run on. That's the other thing we could do.
Track
On the pulley.
What do you mean?
That's what we could do next. Just make the little slider where it's going to run on. Going better?
Yeah.
Before it wasn't actually ever going to actually hold anything on there.
Might have done. Ambitiously, yes. You think? No. All good. Don't think it's going down anymore. What about your side? Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, is it in it?
Well, it's in the hole. Yeah.
Is it? Or is it not? How do you get the wing on that?
Okay. It's going in.
You reckon?
Okay, okay. There you go.
Is it?
Yeah, you can see it now. Yeah, it's come out the top.
Nice. Can you use some more extra glue on that side?
Yeah, there's a little bit dollop of glue on the top. Should be fine. And then we'll use Mike's side here to shoot this one up into the air, and we'll put a little bit of glue on the top. Keep it there.
Okay, that's done.
Okay, so that guy is happy. We can put him away, right?
Yep.
All right.
Put him.
Out of the way.
Okay, so there's
back
one.
up the other side.
There's one down.
One down, and you see that? Yes. So we need some sort of guide, right?
So that one will be simply a case of going. Ignore this part. There for me, and then there, and then you'll need a hook from the middle. Just go from there to there, or just ignore that completely and just go straight to it. Might be the best way for that one. Okay, so there's one down.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. That's good. That's good. And
But there's one less. So one less problem to worry about.
okay, and what do you want to do on this part? Do you want to do like some sort of rigging here?
Yeah.
That doesn't need to be perfectly in the middle. Like you could do like a V shot.
It would need to be in the middle of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could do it so it's like a V, like that. Like
You could just bolt something on. The other option is what we could do is we could use you could use a bit of wood, for instance. It doesn't really matter what it is, really. You could just go like one bit there and one bit there.
Yep. But what we're trying to do is trying to get it so it doesn't rub on that.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if it goes in. So the sliding part doesn't matter because it could just go anywhere in between.
Okay.
So what we're talking about is getting it so nice and smooth. Do you have something else in the shop like what about one of those?
What? Like an old spool. Like an old
one of
spool.
these.
One of these kind of things. Put that on there.
Is that too big?
A little bit too large. It's got that nice rounded part in the middle.
So I was thinking maybe you could cut it in half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like put it in there, inside. Would that work, do you think? Okay. There's no way to thread it on there, is there?
Not really.
If we use something that's already exists, then we'll already be halfway there, right?
Yeah, it's the one. Oops.
Because effectively all we're doing is just making a guide, right?
You want a cowwood one just to show. See if that will work.
Okay. Like I said, Harry's getting a cardboard one at the moment.
Cowwood one?
Would that work?
Just chop off one side.
Oh, it's slide it in.
Like a little square.
Would you do it with plastic or?
Otherwise, you make like a little wedge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You cut half of it.
Right.
So use that with a plastic one.
Plastic one.
Oh, so cool. We've got lots of empty spools. So that's always a good thing.
Next time we go to Next time we go to Auckland, we'll send them off to get recycled at
KIWIFIL.
KIWIFIL.
Right? Yeah, we've done it before. They're good. Yeah.
We drop them off in MARVLE 3D, don't we?
They drop it off at MARVLE 3D and then they send them to KIWIFIL.
And then they go and reuse them.
Yeah, always like Bill and Eva, they're great guys. They just came back from making a world's first fastest in the world electric motorbike on the Salt Lakes.
Yeah, they were just testing it.
Yeah, it was going.
They did pretty good. Clocked up some kilometers.
I can't remember the exact number, so you can go back and check on their. Would it be on their website or certainly on their Facebook page
or on the Instagram page, that's for sure. But they were flying out there on the Salt Lakes. With Green Envy is their motorbike, and just kind of like actually we were watching not too long ago. We were watching The Fastest Indian. If you guys seen that movie, that's cool.
Burt Munro.
It was played by Anthony Hopkins, but the real one was Burt Munro, and cool dude. And he went out there and did his thing with the racist Indian that he made, which is pretty cool. What do you reckon? Cut in here, got a little slot out like that.
Yeah, or come. I was thinking put that in there. Just the whole thing. Okay. We'll cut up here. But that wouldn't affect any planes or anything else, would it? The colours?
No, it isn't.
Fit in there? Is it diamond the fit?
No, but big. You always make one.
Okay. Is there another aspect you want to make it on 3D print? Or because I can make it with a design.
Make it in software. No, this shape, but it's in software.
Okay, so we'll use this for inspiration then.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you can give me some measurements and I'll start work on that design.
Just like a half one really, just like there and just up, right?
So you guys can see my screen, can you? Let's move it. Oh, also got one under that.
Yeah, one's done.
So you just need to make just the bungee stuff I have now.
Yeah, bungee stuff. So yeah, we're actually when you think about it, we're actually making quite good headway.
So I think you can see my screen, can't you? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we just use this as thing like that.
Okay, so what's the deal? So what's the measurement? You can give me the measurements in real time.
Right.
So maybe go from what, the side? Yeah. Side plan?
So are you gonna go like that onto it like that? It's like a hatch. Like a square, make the square and then just put like a little and just round it out. That way it doesn't rub, but it doesn't break either.
Yeah.
There you can see that.
Okay, cool. So give me the measurements. I'll go from the side.
From the top of it?
From the side, yeah. I'll make it from the side. Make it that way. And through that way.
This way.
Yeah, from the side.
That way.
Yeah. From my side, that way.
Top.
From the side.
When you say the side?
Yeah, like you are, and I'll make it that way.
Right, sure.
Cool. So give me the square.
Okay. Let's say the top.
And then I'll make it a bit bigger than what it is in reality.
Yeah. Okay, this is 30.
Okay, so she's coming along nicely now. Yeah, so if you're just joining the show right now, we are making a catapult, or at least modifying the existing catapult to make it that much more reliable and accurate. Yes. And the catapult's for launching aircrafts.
But it could be anything. It could be a 3D printed plane,
or EDF jet, or whatever creation that comes to the show in the future. We come to. Okay, so what's it then? Basically making a tool.
33. 33 on the top.
Is that with plus or minus something? So 35?
That'll clear it easy.
33 point something?
35 will clear it easy.
Okay, 35 and then down?
Yep.
Okay, so what's it down?
I don't know, how far do you want to go down? Doesn't have to cover the whole thing, does it?
Just two sides, or three sides.
Well, the official count is...
Yep, there's... You just slot it in from the top, right?
Yeah, just like a shoe, or what do you call it?
Yep. Like a horseshoe.
Yeah, it's Well, 65 solid. So
65.
go 66. Should be fine.
Because we don't need to go past it. So we go 65. Okay, 65, yep.
Yeah, so you come in like that. Kind of thing
From the top, yeah. 65. Okay, cool. So there's your slot, and where's it coming in from? Is it going to go like that kind of thing, or is it going to go like a dome?
So it goes up there,
and you're going to create like a dome like that.
Kind of thing at the top.
So I can do like a half circle effect.
So how far do you want to go that, like width-wise? What the width of this?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that just yet, but yeah. Okay, so what, a half circle?
Oh, you're gonna which way are you going?
So there's the top.
Yeah, okay.
So I can make like a half circle.
It doesn't want to be too high, otherwise you'll hit the propeller on the way going.
Okay. So I can make it like, maybe I could come down like,
yeah, you don't. Yeah, that's fine. Up to about here.
Okay, so I'll allow for like a plus or minus off like by 5 mils off the actual piece of wood.
Okay.
Sort of, that's a good idea.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. They'll come in like that, and then we'll just bolt it in or something. Drill it in with screws or something like that in post. It should be good. That way it won't come off. It's a solid thing.
Just make a full circle.
Like wood screws or something like that would hold it in.
Okay, so we're going to go here, and then we'll go, what, halfway? Like that? And you go halfway for that?
Yeah, it doesn't have to go all the way. It's just like a half wheel, right? It's only the top half that matters.
Yeah, so something like that. So there's your piece of wood, and there's a piece of wood that's invisible, and there's your first layer like that.
Yeah.
Like that. So we're not going to use this bottom half. That's what I'm using. I think you can see it. Yeah. And we'll, what, maybe half of it? Halfway, yeah? Or all the way? Because on the front it'll go
all around.
I guess you could actually go all the way around, so it's a complete half circle all the way around the wood. It'd be quite good. That way you don't have any problem about like, oh, it's not going to work or it is going to work.
Okay. Solid thing.
Okay, so there's your half circle. Yeah. Right, and then what's your offset on that?
So, sideways extrusion, or you have to? Oh, you're going to go up. Okay, hang on. I also use the Capari for clearance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just get this completely perfect. But yeah, it's coming along. What do you reckon? This is exciting though, because you really do want this working, so it's good. All good. So what's the propeller at the full length? All good.
Yeah, if it's the same size as that, let's just max out kind of thing.
Okay, cool. Nice. So, which way are you going?
Which side, sideways?
No, just going the thickness. How thick do you want it?
Oh,
yeah, like how thick? Thick the plastic.
What is it? It's only really just to keep it out of the way, right?
So what, like a 5 mil offset?
5 mil, yeah.
Is that too thick?
Well, this one is 3.
3 mil thick. Okay.
4.
I guess you do 3 mil offset.
It's just a running board, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're winning.
I think so. I think it would work. And then it comes up here, over there. And then all we have to do is
okay, so there you go. And then you want, I just pull that, right? And then add another offset afterwards. And how much for the I'll pull that. Right, that one.
yeah, yeah.
And that.
Do you have the external like height? Do you have this one?
No.
Not yet.
Yeah, okay, so how thick do you want them? How thick should we make them, guys? Should we make it the size of that that particular guy there?
This makes sense.
Okay,
so,
no, this way. How much
yeah,
depth? Yeah, how much depth?
55.
Okay, 55.
So there you go. We've got a three-dimensional shape now, so that's good. Now we can start shaping them to what we want.
Yeah, so we'll put a plane on that side there. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so here's one plane, and then how wide do you want them? The guide. How much of a guide do you need? Guide.
Only half the circle, really. Could be flat along that bottom section. And then from the bottom of that circle, go sideways, each. Like out.
Sorry?
You could go outwards from that bottom section that you got there.
What?
From the bottom of that circle.
Yeah,
you could just go straight, flat, and then around.
Okay, so you want to go like that.
Straight out. That
way. Yeah.
To how? 50th. So
less than what that is.
Well, you could just start with a circle out the side. You could just do a full circle and then make your own version at the top. Okay, where's the circle from the middle?
Yeah.
It's the circle from the middle.
Yeah.
100 radius.
Is that? It's not as big as that one, right?
Hey?
It's not as big as that guy. It's not as big as that one. It's smaller than that.
This one?
Yeah, it's not as big as that. Right? You didn't make it exactly the same. You made it smaller. Right? So it doesn't need to be that high.
Well, the radius is 100.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
We'd come back to about here.
Yeah.
I'll just change it to about 60 then. Is that diameter or the actual?
It's a radius.
Radius. I would just do 60. Just to keep it on line, not
it's not 60. So 60. Okay, yeah, 121 there.
So, just doing a calculation. What'd you get?
All right, so yeah. So you want to do an offset down.
You go straight sideways. You just cut that off. Sorted? Yeah, and then just come back around and then flick that circle right around the outside, and then there you go. And then just delete the old one.
And then how are we going to attach it to the back? Glue or something? Or bolt?
Yeah, just wood screw would do. You go spin that arc all the way around to that same spot on the other side. Delete the old one and then extrude.
There you go.
There you go. So two-dimensional image is now three-dimensional image.
I guess you pull the whole thing and then what from there?
No, just do one side and then
okay.
I guess you could mirror it. Mirror it horizontally. Oh, it's fine. Just do it. Just copy and paste the other thing. How thick do you want to do it?
4 mil.
Okay.
There you go. That's one side.
Yeah. Nice guide. And then we'll do the other side, and then it'll be a good guide. But yes. What have we got coming up next week, Richard?
So next week we've got the
Tuesday.
wingsuits. We're going to do we actually went all the way down to the Mount Maunganui. We'll call it Mount Maunganui. It's a really great place here in New Zealand, and they've got a big mountain. It's something that we've always wanted to do. When we saw it, was fly down with specifically with a wingsuit. So
that's the objective.
That's the objective. That's the goal. Whether or not we manage to achieve it,
you'll find out on
remains to be
Tuesday.
said.
But that is the goal of next week's Tuesday.
And if we don't do it this time,
maybe another time. But you'll find out either way. It's kind of exciting. Always one that we wanted to do, and it's quite cool that we got the opportunity to do that sort of thing. And yeah, it's kind of a cool one. That it's quite cool to get that the wingsuit up to that stage.
Yeah, well, we're certainly giving it a go, aren't we?
Yeah. And the 3D printer project is coming along well. You can see the kind of the high just over my shoulder this side, and he's coming along well. Yeah, before you know it, we'll be flying that guy. It's coming in, coming to you shortly. That's exciting.
That's right. It's coming in, and before you know it,
I think we just got a few more things to calculate, and what else we got to do? We got to fit him to it, and yeah, ultimately go and fly him, and do some mini hover tests to do before we go and fly it.
Yeah, so when you make stuff to do with autopilot, you have to do. It's not just one flight and then you're good to go. It's certainly not plug and play.
No.
So you've certainly got to really sort of do a lot of calculations and things like that before
you go for it.
So
kind of exciting, but yeah, that'll be coming up. Looking forward to that. Yeah. No, I think this design idea seems pretty solid. Yeah, if we pull it from the front, should be good. What else is there? There's that one. And do you think we'll do the same kind of thing with the other guy? With the Talon? Maybe we could can we get to the spar from inside?
Maybe, hopefully.
Or does the spar go all the way through on that design? No, it doesn't. Then it goes on the wing. That would be a way to do it. Just fix it straight to the spar. It's fine.
Makes it simple, doesn't it?
If it went straight to the spar, we could just do the same hook. Then design like Mike was saying, like what we used to do with the gliders. So it was a proven way of doing it. So why don't you just keep it easy, right? You just have to worry about doing the keeping it upright for that design. So then we just have to put this part in. And then, yeah. So maybe we're a lot closer than we thought initially. We were to actually getting this.
There you go.
Launch up and running.
What do you think? Did you want to make some tabs to it? Like I thought you could do like off tab here on that side, and then that way you can put some screws vertically into the thing to keep it. Yeah, but you could just get straight through that way. How?
Where about there?
See, this is the top of it, right?
Yeah.
See, if I made a little tab here, like a little offset square,
yeah,
and that way you could add 2 little screws, and you won't come off. I could do the same thing down here as well. 2 little offset.
Otherwise you just bolt straight through this way, from one side to the other, like this way. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Oh, you mean through the plastic down here? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, so that's it. That one's done. There we go. So that's one under the table. Should we
save that one?
Save them and put them on the front, I guess. Right? Get it underway.
Otherwise, we just save it there.
Save it there and put it aside?
Yeah, save it there, put it aside and print it out another day.
Yeah, okay. I'll just move over here while I'm going to do the saving thing.
Oh, yeah. Right, yes. As he does that, I'll just turn this camera a little bit. But yes. Yeah, no, it's been an interesting week. Exciting. But we're getting there with the big project coming up, which is the big flying 3D printer over there. That's quite cool. How's this guy going? We can have a little look under here. He's pretty much done. He's at 93%, so that's pretty good for TPU. He's doing 93%, which is not too far off there. You all good? Oh yeah, you're just gonna get it all done. Is that the plan? You're gonna put it on SD card. Are you gonna put it on SD card?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. We'll go through that. Yeah, for sure.
Come along.
Very cool. Oh, I was just saying that. That's fine. But yeah. Yeah, no, it's coming along. And before you know it, we'll go and put that on into CREALITY print. Is it saved again?
Just put it up, bring it in.
Just export that.
Yeah.
And then which one are we going to run this one? Oh, the K1 or?
Yeah, I think we'll put on the K1.
Put it on the K1?
Because the other guys are being used at the moment. We could also use the CREALITY high as well.
Right, you need to put it on there. Oh, but it's kind of been used for measurements. But yes, it's coming up.
Okay,
cool.
You bring that in.
Okay, we'll turn the camera back so you can see what's going on. There you go. We're just going to show you some things, but it's okay.
Don't want to give too much of the game away.
That's right.
Okay, so this is where, this is on the CREALITY print software, which I'm sure many of you have used previously. So, yep, there's the build plate. This is the front of the build bed, and this is the back. And we've got the K1 up here. So that's all good. So what, it doesn't need to take too much of it. Is it going to be, what are we going to print?
PLA.
So PLA, we reckon.
What do you think? Does it need to be PT2?
No. Okay, so so we're going to print them in generic PLA.
What do you think would break?
We've got PLA plus. Okay, fine. Okay, so what infill are we going to use? 15% on grid? What are we going to use?
Grid. Yep.
15%? More?
That should be fine.
Okay. We'll add supports, just in case, because it's going to need it here.
Yeah.
And then we'll slice the plate. Yeah, slicing the plate.
Slice and dice. But yes.
Okay, so it's going to take 2 hours and 32 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. Have you put supports in there?
Yeah. So this is what it looks like on the plate.
I'll just turn the camera a little bit. Zoom in a bit.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, there we go. Pretty
good.
Yeah, that'll be all right.
We're right. We're happy with that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna save it.
Okay, we'll save that one. So that one should be all good.
Yeah, it's all good. Okay, I'm gonna put it on USB.
So what else do we need to design or make? We got there. Just move the camera. There you go, saving stuff. Can't show you that part, but that's okay. You can see me. Not so bad. Yes. And I'm just going to have a look to see if that print drying, if it's drying right. Yeah, looks fine. Yep, that hook looks like it's going to dry all right. Be fine where it is. That's good. Now it's just saving that stuff there in the background. Some people use CREALITY Cloud, which is which you can do it that way, but we just always like using it from the USB. Always done it that way. Always like it that way. But has anybody else ever used CREALITY Cloud or cloud software for their 3D prints? Other people do it different ways, which is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we need to make on this design? Or are we actually a lot closer than I was thinking? Other than we need bungee stuff, which is important. We need bungee material, more nylon and rope. You can find that. What else do we need? The hook on that guy. That, I think that's pretty good, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got to do? We got to do that, and we got to somehow put that down.
All right, so I was just checking on the what to do for the next one. Oh, good, eh?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Yeah, so remember you can join in on the chat and help us out. It's always good to know you know wiring out there.
Yeah, new ideas are good. Yeah. You all good? All saved, Richard?
Okay, so okay, so what's the next part? So that's all sorted.
There we go.
Okay, so that part's all sorted. What's the next part, yeah?
I was just wondering about this plane. We updated.
Okay, cool. So there's a couple of options. So what we were going to do with this guy, we don't have to, but that was the idea. So the idea with him was to have it pull from there, and also at the same time pull from this. You don't have to do that. It's just an option. Do you want to keep doing that, or do you want to change the design? No. Now's the time to change it.
How would you change it?
Of course, when that pulls off, is that going to like pull? Is it going to lift with it, or is it going to pull the aircraft down? You've got to think about these things.
It sits on top. Yep.
Because you can't. The reason why we're talking this horizontal beam is because of that.
You can't put it on that. So
Damage
definitely right.
What do you reckon?
Well, I mean, we could port from here.
So I have seen people in the past. What they've done is they've disconnected the actual wing, take it right off, then make a print that goes in here. Because I know that this one probably not this one, but you can make one that goes into the wing and then has a attachment piece. Then you clip onto that there. And same with the other side. So that's one option. The other option is you could make a little incision, right, and straight to the cabin, and then make like a hoop and then glue it in. So there's a little hook on each side. Or generally you could make an incision here and glue in a piece, a hook, as it were. Same goes with the other things. Like, what would you like to do? The other options, you can go from the back. Of course, it's a bit like what Mike was saying. You might flick it. So of course, the other option is you're talking about like if you make it up here and the hook's here. So how would you go from here with the offset to up here? So the other option, of course, is what you do. Is you take that, leave that there, take this, and either make a second one, or
you got another piece.
You put that back here,
Yeah.
Right, so that's on the offset, right? And then you're effectively pulling from your one, which might not actually be there. So
It could be on this one. On that.
right? So you have two of them.
Yeah.
Or you could be pulling from so you could remove that or just pull from a cable hook without that. You just have this back here. And that's so basically.
Or could you do it differently so you don't have this one?
That's what I mean.
So take this off.
But you can't. But the reason why you have that is there you go. Is because you can't pull on that. See?
No.
Yeah. So that's why you've got that offset. You see? The same thing with that. You could have another one at the back here.
So you have two of them.
You could have two of them.
Yeah.
And you can pull. I mean, technically, what you could do is you have them purely as an off-riser stack, right?
Yeah.
And they're not actually attached to anything really. They're attached, and then you attach to the aircraft here.
Yeah.
And then as they run, they effectively just run, and then this falls off, and that carries on with the hook. Is that kind of thing that you could do? So it's just like some kind of version of that. Same goes with the other one. Rather than pulling this and that together, which is somewhat heavy, right? Because then you're pulling it up, and then it's the wings have to lift it, right? Whether you use a lighter system or not, it doesn't really matter. You're still having to lift everything, right? Is there a way to do it where this is really more like just just sort of along for the ride for this travel part?
Yeah.
Then drops off, and then you carry on with the bungee.
Sounds good. So that would be just a minor design.
Do you think? The other option, of course, is don't worry about that and just have the hook.
So some sort of.
But of course, then that's why you've got the hook system. You see, it's all lined up perfectly. Right. So is there a way to do it where you do it so that way the plane's like this? Right?
Well, you can easily put like a little packet here or a packet there that attaches to this. That's okay.
Offset.
No, just to hold it. You can hold the wings flat.
Flat.
Well, to keep them up, right? So it stays not twisting, which is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just pulls here like this, and then the actual hook is into there.
So where's the hook then?
These two hooks. There's one to this to sit on, and then there's one on there.
Oh, okay. So there's actually like a 3 tier.
Yeah, and then there's obviously the main.
But so would that mean? But my question is this: is if you go along here, right,
and
you have that with it, then it's literally that and flying at the same time, right? Yeah. So then you'd be a lot of weight on it. You see? Can't you see it going like off and then in? Yeah. So what you really want it to do is you want it to go off, that drops, right?
Yeah.
And then this carries on. Is there some way we could do it so it like detaches? It's only on
you don't have to put this hook in. It has to kind of come with it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has to come with it for at least a little bit of travel.
We need to fix that too. You don't want to bump into that.
Well, that's an option too. You could do that.
What?
You could actually have a blocker.
Wait.
So it literally
just catches that.
It just catches it like that, right? And then that carries on, and then that.
And then that does its thing. It's an idea.
Yeah.
Hold it. Yep.
What do you want to do?
What do you want to believe? What advice would you want to do today?
Yeah. I just want to get the idea.
Yeah, you get the idea now.
So, what do you want to do? Do you want to add like a blocker system?
Or would that head into the propeller? Because it's a pusher propeller. It'd be fine if it was not a pusher.
Yeah, but you might only engage once it's past here. This is only just for this lane. Then once you're cleared, then it just carries on in its merry way. And then,
well, you just put runners on it like we did the other time. You just put
grind straps.
Yeah, you just put straps like we did in the old days. Off axis. Off axis says, good evening. Cheers, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. And good evening to you. Is it evening where you are? It is for us. It's about 6.
Coming up in 7 o'clock.
Come up on 7 o'clock over here.
Oh, and then add a block.
And then Yeah, have the string. We're just debating about this particular design for this particular plane, which is the micro talon that we're playing with. We're just designing the last little kind of parts for it, which so far we've managed to calculate for the Caparanda too. I think that's kind of looking good. And that kind of design of a wing plane. So we've done that previously on this live stream, and now we're just kind of retrofitting.
And we've added the guide. We made a guide.
Yep.
We're just going to go and print that out.
We've designed a guide for this, so you can see for this part here. So the when it pulls it down that line, straighter.
So we're going to make up the bungee and the lines.
Oh yeah, minor stuff, and yeah, we're just deciding about where to put this hook for the talon, pretty much.
Yeah. The other way, of course, is what you do is you make little hoops that attach to here. You know, just like how it originally was. Yeah. So it slides on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when it hits the end of it, it stops, and then this will just carry on.
You know, otherwise what you do is you make it so it comes off and then just hangs here.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Completely out of the way. And then just having it. Maybe that's what the rope's for. You have the rope just there. That's tying thing. So when you go over the top,
it's putting and then down.
Yeah, and then it hangs.
And then it hangs there, and we don't have to go and try and pick it up. That might be a good idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Would you add a guide so it doesn't do? The question, would it do this kind of thing?
But it's going that quick, right?
You don't want to do that. That'd be horrible.
But why would it? You might like fit something here, like a little finger.
Could do, but then it might hit something. I guess you just try it without it and see how you go. It's kind of a trial and error thing, isn't it?
If you get dead center when you put the launcher on it, it'd have to be pretty straight, though.
You don't want any wind.
Yes. And things to think about.
Yeah. So are you going to make a hook that goes inside the plane? We could design that quicker. How long would that take?
Would it take that long? Yeah. Does it want to go to the
so maybe.
Oh. Cool. That part's printed, just finished. It's great to see.
So you reckon like stop, right? And that flows off down there. Catch.
Yeah, got it.
And then that carries on with the hook still attached.
Yeah.
Cool. So what you mean to make a hook system here? Get that ready on print.
Yeah. Did you want that hook system to go to the spar?
How do you do that?
You have to just make it go through the spars at the top across here.
Yeah.
You can go through it, drill a hole and go through and hook onto it all the way, and then put a flat piece on the inside.
Flat piece on the inside. What do you mean?
Well, there's no gap. There's no. If you put your hand underneath, you can feel the spar underneath.
Okay.
Good to know where these things are. The carbon spar, can you feel it?
I can see it.
So if you drilled straight through the bottom of the plane,
yeah,
you could mount
a horizontal spar that travels all the way through.
You could put like like a PTG.
But you want it to be hooked up here, right?
Well, that's just design things. It comes from here and it goes down and then flat along there. See why you can do that? You can do anything in 3-dimensional space. What do you think of that idea?
It's a good idea. It's pretty hard to hook onto it then.
What do you mean?
It'd be pretty hard to hook onto it up here.
Hard to put it in there?
To insert it in.
To insert it, well, that might be a technical thing. Normally, you'd probably do it when it was brand new. But it's not brand new. So we'll...
I guess you could actually just even have it on the outside, even. It wouldn't really matter. It's like if you're hooking from about here, you run it back to there and then go in.
Yeah. I don't see one.
Okay. You want to give me the dimension?
Yeah, dimension it up. Yeah, what have you been up to there off axis? So that we're just debating about what we're going to do. Hopefully you had a great week, and yeah, hopefully an exciting week too.
Okay, got some measurements?
Yeah, sure.
guess you go from the horizontal again, or side like that.
Yes, I do.
Do you know how big that spar is?
Oh, what diameter?
Yeah.
We can find out on the menu.
Do you have that on you?
I think I got the menu somewhere. But yes, we will get that and come back in a second. I think I should just got it over there. But yes, it's been quite a busy week for us. We had to go on the road to film next week's episode, so we were on the road for quite a while. But I think it should be a good one on Tuesday. Well, hopefully you guys like it. Yeah, I guess it was one that we've been wanting to do. So hopefully when it comes out, you guys like it. We like making it.
Main spar is 8mm.
An 8mm, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Okay, we should just looking at the manual.
Okay, so if you made it like 8.3 or something, you'd be right.
Sweet.
So start with the diameter of that, I guess. That's the hard part.
Is that what the hard part?
So which way going? So they're forward, yeah?
They're down.
So
You just start with a circle.
8.3,
and then you,
maybe?
yeah.
8.3, yep.
And then what?
How wide? 3mm offset to go around it. 8.3, maybe make it like, what, 10? Yeah. Make it 8.3, make it like, make it 12. That'd be right. 12. Okay, cool. So 12, and then how far down are we going? So yeah, so if you're just joining the live stream, we are we're modifying our catapult launcher to launch multiple aircrafts, and one of them being the Kapari. So we've already modified the Kapari to be able to do it, and now we are modifying the Micro Talon to be one of many. That's the idea here?
Yeah. Cool. Just a slight modification.
Okay, cool. So how far down?
Tricky one.
If you got any suggestions of design-wise for this, feel free to join in.
Yeah.
Or just chat along, talk about your day or whatever.
That's true.
More the merrier.
Okay, so what, 55, I think?
All the way through. You're going to go through the hull, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 55 is fuselage, not hull. It's on a boat.
Yeah, no, I think 55 from that the middle of that spar, I'd say.
Okay, 55
And
down.
then the thickness of this fella would be
55 down and then forwards.
and then 5 plus another 5 to go through the hull. That'll get through it.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Well, there's no way we're really going, but yeah, more one.
Oh, okay.
And that'll get through it right to the surface of the bottom.
Okay. And then how far forward? Do you have a measuring tape that would be long enough for that?
Yeah, this one can do it. Where do you want to go?
Just
a little bit past the thing there.
Yeah.
40?
It's a guess, yeah.
An educated guess.
50.
What?
You get 50?
50 in front? Right here?
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right, yeah.
Or here?
50.
So you want to that line there, right?
Yeah.
What, 40?
Okay. 40 it is. We'll split
45.
45.
45.
Daily King.
It's a daily key. But yes.
So what would be the hook? What would it look like?
I just like that. Flat panel with a hook on the middle. So just do an extrusion. Do a straight extrusion and then flat panel all the way along.
So I got that. So I got the circle.
Oh, did you want this extrusion on the outside, or did you want the extrusion on the inside?
Doesn't
from the outside, right?
Yeah, you can do it outside.
Outside and
insert it a bit.
Insert it.
So at the moment I got a downward one to 55 down from the center.
Can't really see what you're saying.
So at the moment this is where I'm at. So I've got the circle around this circle here, which is this one here, is going around this bar.
Cool.
That's good. We can make it a bit thicker, but anyway, so 55 down construction, and then forwards your 45, and there's your point there.
Okay, cool. And then down is the hook.
So this part here was a 5mm down offset for the outside of the aircraft.
Yep. Okay, so it's on the outside. Okay.
Okay, so what do you want to do in terms of hook? Hook forward, hook backwards? What? Hook backwards, right? You'd be hooking backwards.
Yeah,
You pull
hook backwards.
forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so how far down do you want to make that hook?
Darren says catapult launcher, rock on, thumbs up. Are you planning to invade a castle? Happy Friday. That's alarm over that. That's just saying that 3D printer's finished. Happy Friday. P.S. How about printing me off some diesel injectors on the CREALITY? Hello. Yeah. No, we don't want.
We don't want any problem with diesel injectors.
No, that sounds a bit dicey there. But
it'd be cool though.
Yeah, metal printing. That'd be an interesting one to look at. Yeah. Has anybody ever done metal 3D printing?
Print out some spark plugs or diesel plugs.
Yeah.
You need to print in a couple of different formats. One would be metal, one would be ceramic.
Yeah. And it'd also be interesting to do printing out electrical cable. Print electrical cable. Conductive filament.
I wonder if you could actually print spark plugs or diesel glow plugs. Interesting design challenge.
Design challenge that would be.
Maybe how far down? Like a 10mm hook? More?
Say 20. But yes, it sounds like an interesting design challenge.
Half hook.
Yeah. Face it backwards, then go forward. That'd be a bit weird.
How far backwards? Like 10, 15 maybe? Like that.
Yeah, when they used to do those castle invasions back in the day, they used to be at it for like years, right?
Yeah.
Like a siege, like you see it in the movies, and they're like, oh, he's going for he's going to attack that village, that castle, and then you think, oh, in the movies it's just like one day, oh, he's in, but no, they're at it for like centuries. Yeah, they're quite good fortification back in those days. Yeah,
cool,
yeah, it's an interesting one. Ofaxis says, been crazy here, preparing for the event in the city this weekend. Sweet. Danzilla's flying out from the East Coast on Ontario to Canada tomorrow morning. Oh, sweet. Make sure you say hi from us and safe travels to him. 2 weeks, going to show him around and do some long-range flying. Sweet. Sounds like an epic trip. And yeah, safe travels to him.
Yeah, I know it's always a big effort to do any traveling. So
yeah,
I'm sure it'll be well worth that.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Effort. Yeah. I bet you got some epic spots over in Canada to go and fly some long range. Yeah, well, I guess we got spots over here, but where we are in New Zealand, it's not necessarily what's the word for it? It's not the Mordor of the Lord of the Rings. It's more like the
Mordor.
You know, so it's not like big giant mountains and whatnot. It's not like that kind of landscape. It's more like that landscape, but at the beach. He said, sorry. Can you read that, Richard? My voice. I do.
Hobbiton smiley face, you mean?
Oh, thanks. It's the middle one. I had
to take apart my wing or plane lately for parts for the drone because I don't have a car anymore. Sad face. Well, there's always walking's healthy.
Yeah, walking's good. And
or like a skateboard.
Yeah, we often go around on the one wheel, which is cool.
Yeah. So there's you have a horse.
Yeah, horse riding. We highly advise that.
Yeah. So there's many options.
Yeah, well, we do like horses, so I can't not complain with that.
I'm in the middle of a big city and it's a bit far to walk. Horse? Yeah.
See,
we once saw maybe it was a meme or a photo.
No, in real life we did actually. When I did this census.
Yeah.
Well, no, elections, I think.
Okay,
What's it
so
doing?
yeah, so Harry walked past their house. It was a multi-story house, and on the top story
Census, I think, years and years ago, like the donkeys years ago.
was what was a well, effectively it was a horse in
Yeah.
the middle of apartment. So yeah, people do it.
People do it. They say things like you can't take your cat, but you can take your donkey. No, I'm not sure, but that is true. I did see that. But I have seen it on memes, but it's cool in real life.
Yeah,
you actually see a real live horse in an apartment. I wonder how they got it in there. Really, I mean, it must have been like an elevator or something. They do make some quite large elevators for multi-story car parking. So maybe that sort of thing. Maybe they got up there. I don't know. I mean, it's not like they could ride up the stairs. It's not the Lone Ranger.
No,
they're not.
But cool nonetheless.
Cool nonetheless.
Be cool to try it. I'd be game.
Yeah.
Maybe not indefinitely.
No. Off axis says
I could ride a beaver or a bear or a deer faster than I could ride a horse in the city. Fair enough. But there's nothing wrong with riding a beaver. I mean, provided you have enough beavers.
Yeah. You could they lash them together, maybe like they do with dogs legging.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have that? Do they have dog sledding in Canada? They must do. Surely.
That's cool. No, that should work with that part. Just pop that down.
All right. So something like this, you reckon?
Okay. While Richard's doing that, he's working on some part. The hook for this guy. And I think what we do is we'll come out from the spar, get straight down, out the bottom, and then into a hook.
And how thick
and then we'll do it in
10 mil? 10?
What?
10?
Is he 10?
10?
Yeah.
So 10?
Yeah.
Like that. Or is that too fat? What do you reckon?
Huh?
Is 10 too fat?
Well, that's 10.
Yeah.
Well, out the bottom 10. As long as you show the edge, it should be fine. Like big a groove in the middle.
Okay. Or is that going to be too much for damage for that guy? I could do it 5.
Yeah, but 5 might snap off.
Okay, I'll do 6 and split the difference.
Okay.
Like that. You see it?
In software?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
It will be a cantilever effect because.
Yeah, but once you glue it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just round out that edge. I think I'll round a nice edge.
Okay, so what we're making is the insert piece inside the aircraft.
Yeah, so what we're making is this part here, and it's going to go through here, through the fuselage, into the spar on this side, under the wing, wrap around the spar, come out the bottom, go forward, and then there'll be a hook facing backwards, and that's the plan for this guy. So yeah, theoretically it should work. It'd be nice to send them with the bungee.
Like that? What do you reckon?
But yeah.
Good. There
you go.
Yeah, what do you think? I think it's a nice looking
hook.
Should I round this side as well? The front?
Captain hook.
Yeah, that's a nice looking hook.
Yeah. Good looking hook.
It's a bit big. I think it's fine. Should I pull this in a bit more? Yeah. So I get to this point. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I think we'll use. Do I need to round anything else, or is it all good?
Just that flat surface, and I think that's what you're rounding. Like on the bottom of the
piece part. This part. Want me to give that a bit of round?
Oh, it's okay. Sure.
I'll give it a little bit of round. Give it a 1. Okay, so that's a hook by crook. I think I add a little incent here and pull that up internally.
Right.
So this is inside the aircraft, if you can imagine. So this is on the bottom of the fuselage. So nobody will see this. It's all done in
behind the scenes.
Maybe push that in a bit too. Yeah, there. It's nice. Makes it stronger.
Takes out any weak spots that may occur.
And up here, don't really need to attach it to this bar, but I think we will because we can.
Unless you want to give a surface area on the bottom of the extrude sideways.
Yeah, I think there's no strength on that.
No, just a flat surface. No, that should go.
So effectively, it's going to be like a plug inside the aircraft.
Yeah.
So okay, so I think we'll call it there for that one.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, no, it's good to get that done. What else do we need to get done on this project? So obviously we print them out.
We need to get the bungee and the catapult bungee and some string. And I think we'll be pretty much away laughing. We'll need to make another different type hook by crook for the EDF jet or jets that we make.
Sure.
But as they come up, we'll just have to make them.
Well, I just print off another one.
I do like the idea of we'll have to make some kind of delivery system for that thing to just fly off with it.
Yeah, and also keep the wings, keep the plane upright while it's sitting on the launcher.
Yes.
Otherwise, we just like
nose down. Yeah.
So we have to fix that. Minor details, so maybe like a weed,
some of them might even a bit of foam or something, polystyrene or something like that. But yeah, should we? I think we might leave it there for tonight. Yes, I think so. We've got some more thinking to do on this particular project. We've got lots on the go at the moment, so it is a nice change to change gear from what we're working on with the wingsuits and the jet wings and the flying 3D printers. So it was a nice change. And thanks very much for joining in on this live stream. We'll head over to the designated zone for flying out.
The DZ.
Okay.
Drop that.
Okay.
All right. You all good?
Yeah.
Okay. Just turn that camera around. So yeah.
So cool. I think that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, you good? You're not going to cut your head off. Setting up our own camera angles. There's nobody else, so we got to get there. All the angles make us look good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm saying that you can see it there. Okay, so yes, thanks very much for tuning into this live stream, and this is part 2 on this particular launcher upgrade for
multiple aircraft on the catapult launcher. So very much a tool for the show, isn't it?
It is.
It's a work in progress. We're going to continue on with this coming up. I think we'll continue on with the live stream, won't we?
Yeah.
It depends on how much we get done in our own time.
Yeah, sure.
Either way, it will be present nonetheless on the show.
Yes. And what else can we say? Coming up next week on Tuesday is we go for launch with the FPV RC Wingsuit Man, the Mark II edition.
That's right. So we're gonna make a custom parachute design.
That's what's coming up on Tuesday.
That's what the episode's all about. Testing that chute.
Yes. It's kind of an exciting one and a cool place where we go and test that, but that's all will be revealed.
Yeah.
Yep. And what else can I say? Thanks very much. I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard. And we thank all our sponsors. Check out the links for them below. And we have to thank, most importantly, everybody who tuned in past, present, and future. And all the people who commented on the live stream. So thanks very much.
Thank you.
I'm just going to check. Have a good one. All the best.
Oh, cheers, man. Thanks. And have a great flight with your mate. And say hi and get some great footage.
Yeah, let us know how it goes.
Yep, sick. Okay, so here we go. We'll see each other next week. I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard.
And
we'll sign out. And
okay.
3, 2, 1, go. HNI racing.
Yeah, there you go. There's a harmonica finish for you. So thanks so much, guys. And we appreciate it very much. We'll see you next time. See you then.